everybody back to game number 11, season 4 of Chase the Bracelet. Paul's going to go ahead and update you with our current chip counts.
We've got Corey out in the lead with 23,700. Max with 12,000. Ed with 6,800. Bobby with 61. And Paul bringing up the rear with 58.
So at this point, it kind of reminds us a little bit of last week, where there was one player with a huge amount of chips, but it still panned out to where someone was able to catch up and knock that player down. So at this point, it's still anybody's game. We don't know what's going to happen. Let's get back to the action and find out.
Okay, 18 minutes left in the blinds. Blinds are 400, 800, 5 players. This is part 3, game number 11, season 4, Chase Bracelet.
We have Ed with a suited 910.
Corey raises 1,700.
Paul folded the best hand pre-flop with ace-6 without even thinking about it.
Corey takes it down. Corey Dack first.
Max now with the ace-6.
Max raises to 1,700.
Bobby's sticking the rules.
Max takes it down. Ed to act first.
Bobby with 7s here.
Bobby all in for 40. How much is it? All players fold.
49 was all over there.
They look like 5.
Max tack first.
I got some chirping chips.
If Bobby's got 1 chip, he's got chirping chips.
Just a little bit harder with just 1.
Oh, yeah? You got the time calculated out?
I think Bobby's definitely trying to get under Corey's skin here.
Paul with 5s, Corey with an ace-10. Let's see if Paul shows.
Clock's ticking.
And he does. Corey might.
46.
Moskowitz all in,
A lot of room
4,600.
for Corey to make a call here.
Yeah, absolutely. He even loses this. He's got around 20,000 still.
I mean, you have to take gambles like this with such a huge chick stack.
It's the same kind of hand as the one with Max and Mark, but a totally different situation, chip stack-wise.
I don't see how Corey's thinking fold here.
One thing you know about Corey, he's going to think it out for a while before he does.
Paul trying to talk him into a call.
Begging for a call.
I don't really know if I haven't really figured out if I like people calling or trying to talk people into calling them or not.
I calls it.
Corey makes the call.
Corey calls. 4,600.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe Ed's out.
I don't know. I mean,
Ace 10 versus fives.
Don't you?
I hear shit about ace jack, and he's.
That was not even a tank. You think like
he's got one chip that's got me covered.
that doesn't mean anything. Does he want to double you up? Does he want to give you more chips if you got?
I don't know if he does.
I hope he sucks out on you. King.
Oh, and now he's got a lot of outs.
Bobby rooting against Paul.
Hey.
Yeah.
No 5. No 5.
Ouch.
Sorry.
Bobby just
Yeah.
adding insult to injury there.
I can never beat Corey.
You can't.
He's too lucky.
And that officially puts Paul out of the
I
race
feel like
for
I
the year.
wish that to happen.
I
I feel like I did something with my mind.
You do have that magic to call the cards.
I'm not quite sure why Bobby wants Paul to go out at that point.
It's kind of
Now, that's the last person he wants getting the more
Absolutely,
chips.
like he's just like adding to his deficit.
What was I?
No, I want to know.
Small.
No, I got shit for tanking on ace jack, and I
You
hardly.
didn't even take that long though.
Huh?
You take like 20 more minutes.
Bobby Dak first.
Probably still not letting it go.
And he's
He's got about 600 more than me.
Right. I mean, he can.
Paul, please exit stage left.
He could wake up with ace jack there, and then I'm.
Bobby all in.
Crap. But I mean, we're probably flipping. That's what I'm.
Probably knows that his ace is good here.
To make up.
He has so many chips, he doesn't have to make that call. He can continue on in the tournament.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I can just continue on and pummel you in the blind if I want to.
Oh, now Corey's sticking it to him.
There's a perfect example of, I just can't win races.
You're just
Bobby takes it down.
it's tournament.
Paul Moskowitz, the
You
sad
know,
sack
so
of
many like
poker.
that, a lot of times you're gonna hold up.
What is this, game 11? I think it's happening in 10 of the games here.
Well, maybe you need to play more instead of just this game.
Wow.
Put 8 out.
And this is what friendly poker becomes.
Some bad beats.
Maybe.
Yeah, just think if these guys didn't like Paul.
It's right, have a losing hand in the bad beats.
Bobby with queens, Max with fours here. I think
Wow, this could be a big pot.
battle of the blinds here.
56.
Ed Wergler all in 5,600.
I think Tony's got some extra headphones out there if you want to hear. Just ask him for headphones. That door's open, so.
Max lets his hand go. Bobby ships it anyway.
Bobby calls. Queens versus King 3.
Oh, Ed shipped it. Ed shipped it pre-flop with the King 3.
Hey, clear the rail.
No, ace 2, 4.
He's not in the game.
4, 5. Ace 2, 4, 5.
There's not 1 4
I think I may have folded.
Ooh, I got a heart.
Hearts. That's so gross. You always give me sweats, dude.
Hearts.
I spread a heart, so it helps. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Throw the queen.
Any queen, any three.
Ed with 10 outs here.
No, nine. Heart.
Queen heart king.
Oh, my God.
King and heart.
King of hearts on the river. It gives Ed the win.
Oh, I'm laughing all the way to the food. I'm laughing all the way.
Paul
Well,
with
if-
some
if
redemption
there's-
on Bobby there.
I will say this, if there's anybody at the table that deserved that, it was Bobby.
Yeah.
He was about to call like, come all in with that queen 9, ace, queen 9, 9, whatever you had.
I couldn't agree more. I don't give anyone shit at the table, but Bobby so deserved that. Bobby, karma, baby. That's called karma poker. And then you get the 2-3 offsuit after the beat, too. See, that's how it happens with me.
Like to
Bobby all in. Does Corey get better cards than anyone on the planet?
Well, he's got some good hands tonight, but he's also played extremely well.
Corey called.
Oh, really?
That's why he can't get chips.
Steve Day's wondering why Paul had to say, you got to gamble sometimes when you get the big stack. Very, very curious question, Steve. Would you like to answer that question for us, Paul?
I like that. I like that.
Like, what makes you say you have to gamble sometimes when you get the big stack?
And Bobby flops an
No, I never said that. With all due respect to you, I never said that. What the history of that hand goes back to me being given shit for not thinking about calling with an ace-jack on a hand. And Corey's got more chips than the whole table combined, and I couldn't figure out against me,
Bobby out in fourth,
why he would even think about it with a big ace like that. So that's the only reason I wanted to question it. I wanted to know what the thinking was there. But most of it has to do with how I was given shit for a similar situation. Hey, Bobby, welcome, baby! What up, baby? Good to see ya! If only it could have been a hand sooner.
I finally know how it feels to run like Paul Moskowitz. I mean, it must be just horrible to be in your position.
We did say one thing, though. If anybody deserved a beat like that, it was you.
1700.
I don't hear anything.
He doesn't even know how to use headphones. He doesn't know how to play poker. He doesn't know how to use headphones.
Bobby gaining 20 points today will be up 5 points. Definitely hoping for Corey to place 10th or 9th the next game for Bobby to have a chance to win.
Do I have a shot?
Max takes it down.
If he runs very bad. 9th or 8th.
That's if he goes out now, I think.
Bad.
Yeah, if he gets first.
And you have to win.
Yeah, if he gets first, nobody can win.
Tell me when I hit my sixes. That me. I mean, I ended up checking because I thought.
Are you going to use this booth?
Here, go ahead. What? Did he bluff me off that hand?
Corey can be beaten.
You know what?
I had pocket sixes. I raised 1,800 pre-flop and he called. And then we checked the turn. I mean,
quality looks really good.
Kings or something.
He flopped out there.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I think he had.
Raised to 1700 by Corey.
Corey raising on the button. Big fan of raising on the button three-handed.
I like it.
I knew he had the queen.
The only problem, though, is Max is
Max
always
calls.
calling. He's going to defend with anything, I feel.
The way Corey's hit hands tonight, it seems like he can
There it
raise
is.
out of any position and just get there.
Oh, I thought it was a 5.
Max in the lead with an ace.
I feel like we should play a game. Like, let's try to figure out Max's thought process in hands. I think it would be kind of fun.
I think it doesn't go
Bobby's
past, I think it doesn't
still
go
tilting
past
from
what
when
he's
Max showed the
holding. It
9.
doesn't go past what he's holding.
I'm
That's
kidding.
What I've,
Bet 1700 by Corey takes it down.
Corey
Corey with
is
the monster stack, just pushing people
I-
around.
yeah, I sometimes just don't think Max really thinks about what somebody else
Ed
has.
Dak first.
I mean, it's like that. There's a lot of players out there like that. It's not anything abnormal. It's just some people think a little bit deeper about situations than others.
Like we were talking on break, that hand with Mark. I mean,
Oh, the ace jack,
the
but
ace jack against the 10s.
the 9s, yeah, probably
Nines.
9s. Yeah.
Well, he would have got what he deserved on that hand.
Well,
And
no,
folds.
but I mean, ace jack, an early position raise. I
Max
mean, there
raises
were
to
still quite a few
1700.
players in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a full game.
Max
Well,
was
I mean-
a good raise here, not trying to give his blinds
But-
away.
Mark raised early position. Ace jack is a decent hand. It's not a great hand.
Right.
And he re-raises it, and then Mark 4-bet shoves.
Yeah, and Mark's never doing that less than a pair at least. I mean, you're always going to be at best racing, and that's
Right.
Raise to
He's going to do it
1700.
with ace king, maybe ace queen suited,
Corey calls.
and pairs, big pairs.
I like the raise by Max here. I also like the call by Corey, though.
Not call a min raise like that.
Corey has such a commanding chip stack that he can call just
That's
about
what I
any
mean.
raise.
And then he hits a flop like this, and then this is just amazing.
The
This is
second
where you
nut draw.
check raise him all in, I think.
1700 bet
Yeah,
by
you
Max.
check raise
all
him all
by
in, and
Corey.
he did.
And now Max is going to do the showboat. How do I get myself in this spot? Corey went all in.
Corey check raised
Max
him all in. I
says,
think.
Max fold.
yeah, I can't.
And there went my chips.
Have a couple more.
Yeah. The way it's going right now, like I said, if Corey wins tonight, it's all over. Nobody
Yep.
can
No,
catch
it's
him.
not.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not. If Corey wins tonight, Corey will tap out at 228 points. Dan
No, he can
plays
finish a minimum of 10 next week, too.
8th. Yes, so he can have
Max stack
248.
first.
at his lowest point. Dan finished this evening with 8th place, which means he's adding 12 points. Dan's going to be at 213, 15 points behind Corey. Dan has to place first.
By Corey.
Corey has to place 10th or 9th, and they can tie.
Are you sure?
Or Dan can win.
But there's no way I can win.
There's no way Corey's going out first.
I'm out of the race.
You mathematically could be
Do you
eliminated.
know what movie that's from? Ed, do you know what movie that's from?
After today, Corey can have maximum 228 points.
And have 238 next. Okay, I think you're right.
It's a good one.
Dan.
Race to 1700 by Corey.
Dan has, after tonight,
12 points.
12 points, so 213.
And he can finish with 240.
And he can get...
Corey actually has a hand. He's going to show it.
All players fault.
He's showing a hand just so that he
Corey,
can...
yeah, as long as Corey doesn't go out first.
Just so they're like, oh, he's raising with a monster. Corey.
If Corey goes out in 9th or 8th place next week, Suited Dan does have a chance. If Corey finishes anything above 8th place...
Eighth they would tie if Dan won next
Yes.
week. If Corey
7th
wins
or better,
tonight.
and
Look at
Corey will
Corey
be our
getting
champion.
ace jack.
He just raised a button with king queen and showed it.
It never hurts when you're getting cards.
I feel like Ed might shove here.
I will say
He shoved with less
Corey's
earlier.
played quite well tonight.
I know.
He's also got hit with the deck tonight too.
I know that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Corey
I
hits him again.
I thought maybe he like changed his game up a little bit because he seemed like he was playing really aggressive.
Real
By
early.
Ed. All in by Corey and a call by Ed.
And I call. And Corey just can't help but show winners today.
No. It's an all-in, right?
Yeah.
Ed all in for 9,200.
Corey just
Let's see if Ed can get another suck out.
out in front. He missed a lot last week against Robert.
Well,
Let's see how he runs against Corey today.
He's a lot better percentage-wise than he was against you.
Gosh. Miracle cards coming out. It was my karma for cheering for Paul to get out.
Karma does have a way
Maybe
to
Ed'll
come back and bite you.
There was one person in here cheering for the king, absolutely. And then a heart.
I know exactly who that is.
5 deuce 5.
See, why can't I get those kind of flops when I have queens versus king 3 off?
7 on the turn.
King or a 10 only for Ed.
Deuce on the river.
I have a feeling this is going to be a very short,
out in third
very
place.
quick heads-up match.
I think 3 people. I do believe Steve Day pointed out to me that 3 people may be returning next season. Not sure how that's going to turn out,
think they
but
did
you
4
could in
this
fact
year.
play next season as well.
You are.
There's
Good.
still a chance for
That's
that.
how good you're running.
I could.
I don't think
I
I'm
could
just
chase
gonna
the
take
bracelet.
maybe that might
Welcome, Ed. Well,
Sometimes shoving with weak
you
king.
should have been in here a
shoving-
lot earlier.
Shoving with a
54
single
seconds left
king
in the
doesn't
ball.
always work. Just sometimes against Bobby.
I don't fault the move.
Let's see how quickly Corey can get Max to go all in.
It won't be long. Max is he's got a shorter stack than I had.
So he's got, what, about 5,000?
Yeah, something like that.
1,700 bet by Corey.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Against 54,000?
He's gotten
All in
it
by
in
Max.
bad quite a bit tonight and got lucky. So
He shoved with king 9. All right, so is he going to call? Try to end the match?
I would call here. I would call here.
6,500 for Corey.
as long as he doesn't have a pair or a
20,000.
10 or a 4, it's the right call.
Could you
You
hear
guys
that?
keep it down in there a little bit, please?
Wait, can you hear us?
You can hear that, really?
Yeah.
Depending on how loud we talk. Oh. Ed did not close the
Oh, I
door. We'd
thought
like
it
to
was
thank Ed
closed.
for that.
I pushed on it. It stopped moving. Dun, 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 dun.
Sorry about that.
Some music in the background or something.
It's all Bobby's fault. He was talking too loud.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I said as long as he doesn't have a pair or a 10 or a 4.
It's a hard spot to call with a 10-4, though.
Right.
You guys talk about like him not wanting to double me up in that in this particular case. Very first hand
Corey folds.
He should call.
Oh, I think he should.
Situation. Heads up is completely different. It's a monster chip stack. Yes.
Even if he doubles them up.
If he double, if
hand against you, I said, I think, wait a minute here, but he's going to make the call because if he loses,
if Corey doubles Max up there, I believe he still has a 2-1 or a 3-1 chip lead.
Right.
So.
Okay. Oh, I thought he was in the big blind.
Max folds.
I was. Oh, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting because I was still sitting there.
Okay.
And
that makes a big difference. Yeah. Right.
Right. Yep. That was Tony. Oh. Rookie move.
Corey with an ace-10. See, this is what I noticed last week when we got really short-handed. This Corey's one play tended to be all in. There weren't a lot of mediocre raises or even min raises coming from him.
Well,
so it was as much of a stack at this point that.
Right. That's what I was just going to say. He's at a point where if he raises and he moves in, he can't fold, so just move in.
Right.
Corey might call now.
Oh, did he just go all in?
Yeah, he went all in.
I would call it this as well.
Ooh, look there, Sharon.
I mean, it's 60-40. It's not a terrible percentage.
I think that's a better hand than 10-4.
I mean, any two really doesn't matter because
Suited gap connector.
he should be calling here.
I'd be surprised if he doesn't.
Plus they're live. He's got to figure Max isn't going to push it to anything. Oh,
It looks like Max has about 9,000.
Max had 6,800.
68.
No, 78.
78.
Yeah.
Max now up to 78. I believe that should leave Corey with about 32, 33,000.
If you lose it, if you lose it and you double him up, you can get a little more selective. Right.
Yeah, he was smart.
Right now where he's at, I'm calling with any two cards to try and end it.
No, I knew somebody used to play like
Corey
this.
was in fact just big blind.
With the big mistake. Every
Corey was just big blind.
He just pushed all in.
Max took the 1,000 big blind chip.
Until it either goes out or he doubles.
We have to play it. That's what it's my fault.
This is right now.
We switch hand. We'll do it the next hand.
No, Corey was big blind.
Corey was big blind last hand.
That's for sure.
I'm guessing Max is going to push again.
Well,
or call.
Corey's first.
Yeah, I know. Said or call. Depending on what Corey does. Oh,
that's beautiful.
Oh,
nice lay down.
Did he sense something there? I feel something in the air.
He's staring into his soul, using his white magic.
I wonder if I should go to.
I really like the way Corey plays.
It's not that far from here, is it?
14 minutes, 5 seconds left in the blinds. Blinds are 500, 1,000.
How long? Like half an hour?
Once or twice, I think.
Yeah. Well,
but nothing horrible.
South side Akron.
Oh, hell
like
no.
North side Akron. I'm just
Would you have a pair?
Did you have the ace?
No, I didn't.
But you go right.
I had way bigger than an ace.
I take 8 south. I go 76 or 77.
Corey all in.
Did you have
No, I had open-ended straight draw.
So you missed completely?
Yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah,
has
so from
straight.
here, you're already.
So I was ahead the whole time.
Well, so it should only take like 20,
He
25
had a
minutes.
pair.
But I had an open-ended straight draw.
Max
He
folds.
had an open-ended straight draw.
So
With a pair.
So he already had the
He
pair.
had fours.
Keep guessing.
He had fours, so he popped an open-ended straight draw.
Oh, so if I would have hit my straight, I would have had a higher straight than
Right.
But that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a straight.
So yeah, I was.
What?
No, he.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, if the ace didn't hit, you would have. Or did the ace give you the low end?
No,
I thought maybe if you put a big bet in on the turn, he might
It's like a mystery. I feel like I'm
No,
already.
I tried.
Max at risk.
No, but I tried to look like I was trying to suck him in.
Well, but when he's got the straight draw, that's all that's good.
That's right.
You know why?
Exactly.
Because when we play 76
Well,
less, we're actually just going.
I kept.
Max with an open-ended straight draw.
I flopped an
Like
open-ended
through.
straight.
And that's it. Corey wins.
Corey with a king 7 gets it all in and seems to work out.
And we are done early tonight. Well, join us next week where as long as Corey doesn't finish ninth, he's at least going to tie for the lead. As long as he doesn't finish 8th or 9th, he's going to be the winner.
Get you there.
Yeah, well, you know, I didn't expect that.
As long as
You have a hard time.
Right.
You're going to have a hard time not
you
winning.
finish,
Didn't expect
if
that.
you don't finish 9th,
Dan doesn't win or something.
Dan's got to win. If you finish 9th,
Okay.
he'll beat you by 2. If you finish 8th and he wins,
Is that how everyone
you'll
finished?
lose.
I think
Oops, my bad. I was just playing, but haven't been. Yeah.
All you got to do is set it better next week.
I'd be mindful with my
What?